Hey mamas, happy Sunday. I'm so excited to be here with you this week and talking about something that is a little more personal and a little bit more different than we normally talk about. Usually I'm spreading all kinds of business tips and strategies for mompreneurs, but today we're talking a little bit more about the mom side of the mompreneur. First, I want to thank you guys for celebrating my birthday month with me. June was awesome. Not only did we focus on my favorite subject of productivity and creating balance in your life, but we had freebies and giveaways and tutorials and live trainings and all kinds of things. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Just because my birthday month's over doesn't mean that the great value and the awesome things are going to stop. So keep a lookout for lots of awesome, fun, free trainings and everything coming up soon, because that is still very much a part of my message. But today, like I said, we're focusing more on the mom of mompreneur. And a lot of you guys know my story in that my husband and I struggled with infertility. We struggled for 2 years and we pursued treatment for 6 months, and we ended up able to conceive our daughter, which is fabulous, but it was a hard struggle. But what a lot of you might not know is that even after the fertility struggle, our hard road wasn't over because my daughter was born with some health concerns. At 2 months old, we found out that she was born with something called coloboma, which is basically a hole in the eye. She has a small hole in her right eye and a bigger hole in her left eye. And this can just mean a lot of different things. It can be a symptom of something bigger, or it can be isolated and alone. It can mean a baby might be completely blind, or it can mean that a baby has very little visual impairment. So it's really, I don't know how to say that. It's really something that you don't know until the baby gets older. And that was our case. We found this out at 2 months old. And it basically rocked our world because we weren't able to tell at that stage what this meant for our daughter. So not only did we go through the struggle to have her, feel this enormous relief when she was born, we found ourselves in another difficult place at 2 months. So she went through MRIs, had to get her kidneys checked out, her heart checked out, and everything. We did genetic testing, and it was just really a whole year, if not more, of just really hard, scary stuff. Luckily, the vast majority of things fell away. They weren't concerns, and there were no issues. And at a year old, we were left with 2 doctors. We were left with her ophthalmologist for her eyes and then cardiology for her heart. Luckily, in May, we finally found an amazing doctor after visiting 4 different ones for ophthalmology, and she was able to answer all of our questions and really support us in a way that no doctor had been able to before. And so that was huge. And just this week, we saw cardiology, and we were officially cleared from cardiology. And so my daughter has no need at all in the rest of her life to ever see a cardiologist for follow-up for this issue. Like, I mean, granted, we never know what's going to happen in the future, but right now she has been completely released from cardiology. So if any of you guys know and have babies with health concerns or anything like that, you know what a weight it is to walk around with this kind of stuff and to wonder if your baby's gonna be okay. And I think we all are scared about that stuff. But when you find out a health concern early on, even though you push through every day and on a daily basis, you kind of just put it to the back of your mind, it's always there. And so getting this news this week was huge for me. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes getting good news and feeling that relief almost takes more of an emotional toll on me than getting bad news. Because, like I said, it was something that I'd been walking around with for almost 2 years now. Just this gnawing on me and this little tiny weight that I didn't know what was going to happen. And so that finally came off of me this week. And as happy as I was and as elated as I was like emotionally drained from that. And so that's why the subject of this email this week is, this week I was a mom first and an entrepreneur second. And I think it's really important for us to acknowledge that these areas of our lives, though they overlap a lot, there's some distinction there. There's differences in our roles. And sometimes one takes precedence over the other. And a lot of times we're sitting there thinking, how can we find this balance, and how can we give more to everything? And I don't think that's what balance is. To me, balance is not finding more and giving more and more and more. It's taking the full cup that we have and pouring it equally into the other cups that matter to us. So maybe you have a family cup, you have a self-care cup, which I hope you do. You have your business cup because your business lights you up and it does things for you and it gives you a passion and a purpose. So that very much is an important cup. But I think one of the things that we need to think about differently is that we don't need to be doing more. We all have a capacity. We all have a fullness. And we cannot become over full. That's when we just become overwhelmed. And so balance to me is figuring out how to use our capacity and how to use our fullness in a way that makes us feel happy and proud and content, and like everything is manageable. And so getting real and deep about your energy needs to be part of you and part of your journey as a mompreneur, because there are times when your energy is going to need to be all in your business, and there's times when your energy is going to need to be all in your family or all in your self-care or whatever it is. And what's so great about understanding our core values or these different cups is that doing this work can tell us where we're lacking. Knowing our core values and knowing what's deep and valuable and important to us, that lets us know when something's lacking. The more in tune we are with those things, the easier it is to see when something's a little off. And then you can jump on it right away. Whereas if you're kind of just pushing this kind of work off, if you're not getting to know yourself as a mom and a woman and a business owner and what's important to you, if you just keep pushing that work off, then the less you know about all of those areas and the less you know about yourself, the harder it is to shift your energy when you need to. So some of this work is ugly and some of this work is hard and makes you want to cry and points out parts of yourself that you don't necessarily love or don't necessarily want to remember or be associated with. But doing that work is what's going to help you in the long run, because the more in tune you are with yourself and the more in tune you are with your values, the easier it is to recognize that something's not right. To recognize, oh no, I need to give more to my daughter right now or more to my family right now. And I can step back from the business and I can be okay with that. And it's not stepping back, it's not removing yourself, it's shifting your energy and shifting your focus. Because a client this week actually helped me realize this, that this is about becoming intentional with our time and conscious about our time. And that's our ultimate goal here as becoming balanced mompreneurs. It's not about doing more and being more efficient and being more effective. It's about intentionally using our time to do the things that light us up and to make us happy and to push us forward on the path of, our ideal selves, of self-improvement, of whatever buzzword you want to use right there. But we're all trying to become versions of ourselves that we're happy with and that we're proud of. And that's in our role as mom, that's in our role as wife, that's in our role as sister, daughter, that's in our role as businesswoman. We are all striving for to become our ideal selves and to become our best selves. And that doesn't mean striving for perfection. It just means reaching our potential and being proud of who we are. And so knowing this about ourselves and knowing what our values are that lets us be intentional with our time. That lets us be conscious of what we're doing. And I think that that's what pushes us forward on this path. And all I can ask you guys this week is that if something is taking your time and it is not pushing you forward on this path, stop. Just stop it. Like, it's not essential for your business growth, or it's not essential for your family's well-being, or if it's not essential for you, if it is not helping. We get so many messages out there in the entrepreneur world of what we're supposed to be doing for our business. We're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be on this social media platform. Snapchat's huge right now. You need to be on it. Yeah, but that was Periscope last year, and where the hell did Periscope go, right? So if it doesn't feel right for you, don't do it. But the same is true for our motherhood journeys. There's so much advice out there about how to be the right mother and how to be good at what you're at raising your kids. But if that doesn't feel right to you, stop. Be intentional with your time. Be conscious of your time. Think about where it's going. Think about how you're spending it, and if it's pushing you in the right direction. I don't really know what else to add to this week, just that there are things that are more important. There are things family-wise, like our children's health or our parents' health, or just anything that draws your heart over there. Go there. Spend your time there. Your business can wait. And the same thing about your business. If it's drawing you, if it's tugging you, if your instincts are saying, this is where I need to be right now, this is where my energy needs to be right now, it's okay. Your family will still be there. Your children's love will still be there. Your husband's love, your partner's love will still be there. So the key is to know your values. Know what's important to you. Know how to be intentional with your time. And once you know those things, be ruthless. Cut out the crap that does not move you forward. And don't feel guilty about any of it, because this is why we do this. We do this to build the life that we want. We do this to build the business on our own terms and our family life on our own terms, and to be available in a way that we want to be. So listen to your gut, listen to what your body and your mind and your instincts are telling you, and give that your energy. So if you've been looking for a little permission to step back from your business this week, do that. If you've been looking for more permission to put more energy into your business this week, do that. Listen, be intentional, and cut out the crap. That's my lesson this week. I hope that this has resonated with some of you. As always, reply to this email and let me know where you're at with any of this stuff. Let me know how it feels. Let's chat about anything. That's why I'm here. So have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week.